Good Friday afternoon, SJSH, and here are some Friday afternoon announcements. It's been a little while since I did my last video. My apologies. Last week I was very busy at my brother's wedding, which was amazing. Thank you very much for everybody who commented or gave us a congratulations. It was just so wonderful to be able to celebrate something as a family and feel a little bit more normal again. And it was just a wonderful day. So thank you very much. So moving on now, first I want to start with some October birthdays. So starting from the very top, we had Nora Thompson on the 2nd. Happy birthday, Nora. Cole Dancy on the 3rd. Happy birthday, Cole. Emily Howes on the 5th. Happy birthday, Emily. Margaret Deegan on the 6th. Happy birthday, Margaret. Cam Farrell on the 7th. Happy birthday, Cam. Isaac Salza on the 8th. Happy birthday, Isaac. Corey Krawchuk and Adara Panton, your birthday was on the 10th. Happy birthday, Corey and Adara. On the 13th, Sebastian and Emma Peebles. So Sebastian Gadua and Emma Peebles, happy birthday to both of you. Then on the 16th, we had Ethan Douglas. Happy birthday, Ethan. On the 20th was Tyler Howes. Happy birthday, Tyler. And then on the 22nd, we had Adele Little and Logan Schmitz. Happy birthday to both of you. And then going to the 24th coming up, we have Mila Glogowski. Oh, that's this weekend. Mila and Gavin Kurt. Happy birthday. So to Nora, Cole, Emily, Margaret, Cameron, Isaac, Corey, Adara, Sebastian, Emma, Ethan, Tyler, Adele, Logan, Mila, Gavin, and that's where I ended. Gavin, happy birthday. I hope you have a great October birthday. Next are my shout outs. All right. So the first shout out comes from Mr. V, and he wants to give a shout out to Emily in his class, Emily Hill. She has set higher standards for cleanliness in the classroom this week with her initiative and all of her suggestions. He says, cheers. That's wonderful. Emily, thank you very much for caring for your community and showing that in your classroom. Thank you so much. Next shout out comes from Miss Howe. She wants to give a shout out to Rebecca in her class for helping one of her peers with an English task. She did this without being asked and saw that the other student was having a little bit of difficulty. Rebecca, how amazing is that? Showing leadership in your class. I absolutely love it. Congratulations. Another one comes from Miss Howe's class, but this time it's from Miss Autumn. Miss Autumn would like to give a shout out to Christopher Georgiadis for actively engaging on his own accord in gym class activities. He has made significant progress already this year, and Miss Autumn is so proud of your hard work. Christopher, I am so proud of you. Way to go. All right, next shout out comes from Mr. DeMarco. It says, first, congratulations to Celine Kodak for going above and beyond in regards to her mindset and physical conditioning. After the first basketball practice this week, Celine noticed she was understandably a little bit out of shape and a little rough. Celine took immediate action on her own time, has started jog every night every night and evening since that first practice. The team is so proud of Celine's effort. Oh, that's awesome, Celine. That's hard to do. Congratulations. Next, a shout out to Kobe Bryant. A shout out to our Kobe Bryant on the basketball team, which is James Slade. James has been a force during both practice and games and has been putting on a basketball clinic to anyone that steps in his way. James is a role model for the rest of the team, and the team is fortunate to have such a superstar like him. James, that's awesome. I mistakenly called you Kobe Bryant, but hey, you are our Kobe Bryant, so that's amazing. Next, today is Mental Health Awareness Day at Scholars Hall. Thank you so much to Sierra Bacchus for bringing in a guest speaker, Miranda Meadis, who will be addressing the prevalent issues surrounding mental health in society today. Sierra's planning, organizing, controlling, and decision-making have all made this a special day possible for our entire school. That's wonderful. Yes, she's coming in during our leadership time today, which is actually just coming up, to speak with our high school students about mental health. So thank you very much, Miranda, and thank you to Sierra. Next, we are very fortunate to have such a helpful and supportive staff at SJSH. A shout out goes to Miss Butcher, Mr. Peckham, Mr. Kwan, and Mr. V for all helping out with the junior basketball team as the team gears up for an exciting season ahead. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. It's so nice to have sports and teams and all that back in our school again. So I absolutely love it. Thank you. And finally, an important shout out to his former summer school student, Rohan, in grade 4. Rohan is a shining star and is one of the most consistent students in the lower elementary. Rohan is hardworking, caring, and is always willing to help others. Keep up the great work, Rohan. Yes, that's so true. What a great shout out. Thank you so much. All right, my next shout out comes from Miss Butcher to Matea. It says, she rocked her science test after putting in excellent effort in studying. She asked questions, made study sheets, and started at least a week prior to the test. All of your hard work paid off, and I am so proud of you, Matea, from Miss Butcher. That's amazing. Yes, Matea, I got to see your science test. So proud of you. It's amazing when you put that level of effort and determination, the results that you get. I'm so proud of you, Matea. All right, next shout out comes from a parent. Comes from Mary Klimko, and she would like to give a shout out to Mr. Peckham and his great enthusiasm for teaching. Every day, Marion comes home with stories as to what Mr. Peckham did. I think it's a great way to facilitate learning, with demonstrations that make the kids laugh. He's so enthusiastic, the classes around him hears his lessons. Anything that anything that helps them to really grasp the concepts is being taught is A-okay with me. That's awesome. Yes, anybody who has met Mr. Peckham or has heard Mr. Peckham and his enthusiasm, it's so infectious. And he's such a wonderful staff member to have. And Mr. Peckham, you are amazing. Next shout out. Oh, this is a funny shout out. So this actually comes from a parent whose child had to go home because she started to cough and wasn't feeling the greatest. And everything's been fine and cleared, but she said, you'd think it was a terrible tragedy that had come upon us the way the girls sobbed all the way home from school, all because some coughing, and we couldn't bring them to the school. They couldn't bear to miss a day. I just wanted to take this opportunity to let you know how thankful we all are for what the rest of you and your staff do and how much we appreciate you all. Please pass on our gratitude to all of the teachers. Yes, that's amazing. So yes, it breaks my heart when students have to stay home, but to know that they just love it so much that they wanted to be with us, that's wonderful. So to all of my staff, you are amazing. Thank you so much. Next shout out comes from another parent, Lynn Law. It says she has a couple of shout outs. The first one goes to our one and only Mr. Gore. He knows his students and always goes above and beyond to accommodate and fix a problem. Thank you for always being available to do whatever it takes to make it right. You are a great leader to our students. Oh, I love that one. Yes, you know, Mr. Gore, he has been kind of retiring and taking a step back, but he definitely is still a force in our school. So that's amazing. Thank you very much. The next one goes to Miss Wilson. Always so pleasant, dealing with so many students in such a calm manner. We appreciate all the efforts that you do to assist us when we need help. Sincerely, Lynn Law. That's awesome. Yes, Sabrina, thank you so much. So to Mr. Gore and Sabrina, thank you. You get shout outs this week. All right, the last shout out that I have is from Miss Adele. She would like to give a shout out to Jason in Mrs. R's class. On Wednesday, so this would be the last Wednesday, Jason came into aftercare. He sat down with confidence and he started his homework. He asked for help when needed and he completed all of his work. I'm so proud of you, Jason. Jason, he keeps stopping me every morning. He's new to grade 1. He keeps stopping me every morning and he says, Mrs. McKee, I'm a big grade 1 now. I'm gonna do lots of good grade 1 work. And I say, yes, you are, Jason. You just keep on going. So it's so lovely to hear that Jason is really, you know, he is buckling down and he is going to be a good grade 1. Jason, I'm so proud of you and your hard work. All right, so now for some announcements. First, report cards are being emailed home. I'm getting to them slowly. Sabrina's been a force just getting them out. One thing that caused a bit of a hiccup is our internal system is called Maplewood. So our internal system that we do our report cards on, we do our attendance on, we basically do everything on, is called Maplewood. Well, Maplewood as a company was just purchased by another company called Edsembly. Doesn't really mean much, except this is the day and the week that they decided to migrate the system from Maplewood to Edsembly. So we printed out the vast majority of report cards. There's been a bit of a panic here at the school, but we were not able to print out the grade 10, the grade 11, or the grade 12 report cards because just as we started to print them out, that is when Edsembly took over Maplewood and we no longer have access to it. So they reassured us that we will have access to it again late next week. So we are going to be printing out the grade 10, 11, and 12 report cards as soon as we have them, as soon as Edsembly is back up and the full migration has been moved over. Timing. Couldn't predict it. We knew it was coming. We knew that they were going to do it, but they told us that the migration would be happening next week, but they actually started it today. So unfortunately, it just means that some of those report cards, the grade 10s, the grade 11s, and grade 12 report cards, we just can't print them out. We can see them, but it's not printable. So I apologize to all of my 10s, 11s, and 12s. As soon as we can get into Edsembly and get them printed out, we will get them off. So if it's Tuesday, we'll print them off, we'll get them to you. If it's Wednesday, Thursday, I'll print them off. At this point, I don't know yet which day it will be, but it will be next week, one day. My apologies. Interviews are on Thursday, October the 28th via Zoom. If your child is in JK to grade 8, please go to the sjsh.ca website. At the top, it will say parent interviews. You click on that link, and then you can book your time with your teacher. Miss Gill, the kindergarten teacher, is not available on the 28th, so you are free to come in anytime, any other time that week. So if you want to call in and book a different day to meet with Miss Gill, please do that. I know a lot of the kindergarten parents, you're the only parents that are able really to come in, and so I know a lot of you are talking to Miss Gill on a regular basis, so you may or may not choose to have an interview with her at this time, but if you wish to, please call us and we'll get that set up. And that's the same for the high school students. So what we do at the interviews for the high school students is all of your child's teachers will be present. So you won't have a meeting with just the geography teacher and just the history teacher and just the math teacher. All of your child's teachers will be present during that meeting, so we can talk about the whole team together and how we can support your child. And because it's that way, it's a little difficult to navigate through the SJSH website. So we ask that high school parents, if your child is in high school, call into the school and we'll make arrangements to make sure all of your teachers are present, all of your child's teachers are present, so that we can talk and make sure we're addressing everything that needs to be addressed. So again, call the school. Halloween is next week. So we are encouraging staff and students to dress up. School appropriate, of course. We ask that there's no weapons. So if your child is going to be the Grim Reaper, for example, leave the sickle at home. If they're going to be the Ghostbusters, leave the gun part at home, but let them dress up. And the other thing, student council will have the details of activities next week. I think they are thinking of doing, actually, I'm not quite sure. I don't want to say anything ahead of time because I'm not quite sure what they have planned, but they are planning on doing some Halloween activities next Friday in the afternoon. So next Friday in the afternoon, dress up. I think there's going to be some prizes for like most unique and all of those for Halloween costumes. So encourage you to dress up. Staff will be dressing up. Students, I encourage you to dress up as well. Next Friday is also pizza day, so it's going to be a crazy day here. So it's pizza day and it's Halloween activities next Friday. If you did not sign up for pizza day but you would still like to participate, please just give us a call or email me at principal@sjsh.ca. We'll make sure that you can jump into the pizza day. Mr. Hall usually does the ordering for pizza day, I think on the Thursday. So as long as you contacted us prior to Thursday, we could make sure you got on the list for pizza day. All right. I think that's everything. I'm sure there's something else that I've forgotten because every time I do these things, there's always, as soon as I turn the camera off, I go, oh, I should have. So I apologize if there's something else, but I think that's it for now. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. I think it's supposed to be rainy, but enjoy it nonetheless. And we'll see you next week. Bye for now, SJSH.